Okay, it's Towman Roy, and we're going to do the auto shop unboxing of some car parts that I bought to fix this van. This big old Chevy Express 2500. So since I only intend on 2 people seeing this video, I'm sure there'll probably be a few more. It's not going to be on YouTube or anything like that, but this is Towman Roy's, let's call it a text channel. And we're going to unbox these parts. So first, I'm going to get my knife. Carry it everywhere I go. Multi-tool. And we're going to open the box. There's a lot of tape on this box. And it also says fragile this side up. It's car parts. I don't know what's fragile in there. Maybe they decided to send me a dozen eggs. I think there's a headlight in there, but it should be pretty well cushioned in its own box. All right, let's see what we got here. Lots of modern bubble wrap. Packing slip. And the second page of a packing slip. Nobody wants to see that. Who cares? More bubble wrap. Bubble wrap everywhere. That's going to be for my first viewer. That's going to be Callie. All right, let's see what I got in here. We've got some Trico Teflon wiper blades, a pair. There's one. There's the other one. And what do we got? We got some OE Spectrum. That's not what I ordered. What is that? I ordered Reflex. I got, this one's a Reflex, I think. Reflex, sensor track. Reflex, oh no, that says Reflex on the box there. That one says 911 257. 911 257 Reflex. All right, we're good, we're good. And some more packing. We got a serpentine belt. Should be a couple of those in here. Yep, here's the other one. There it is. Let's see. Got an idler pulley. Nope, I better put this back in my pocket before I forget. Or not my pocket, but it's a little case that I carry on my belt. Look at one order. I've had about 8 boxes come in. I ordered a big order of parts, and they all came everywhere from New Jersey all the way to California. I think one box came from New Jersey, one box came from Cleveland, one box came from some weird city I'd never heard of in California. Another box came from Texas, and one came from Arizona, and I can't remember where the other one came from. So what do we got here? Oh. That's going to be our belt tensioner. We're going to replace the belt tensioner on this thing. Can't have somebody driving this big old van to Florida and having any problems with the tensioners or belts or pulleys. There's another belt tensioner. Got 2 different drives on that in front of that engine. So we're going to replace the pulley and the tensioners on and the belts on all of it. There's another shock. That must be the rear one. Another Reflex. Top of the line, top of the line. And then there's the 4th Reflex shock. Those are going to fall over. And then last but not least, it looks like we have a headlight. There we go. Well, I guess I put my tool away too fast because I want to open this and make sure that there's not a dozen eggs in there. Man, recording on your phone takes a lot of power. Started at 45%. It's only been on here for 4 minutes and it's already down to 20%. I just got a warning. So I guess I better hurry up, huh? I only got 5 minutes left. If things go the way they have gone so far. All right, check it out. The headlight. Look how nice it is. It's beautiful. I'm gonna show you the difference and why I bought new headlights for this van. I'm gonna set this down for a second. I'll let you look at that car. All right. Look how nice and clean and shiny this headlight is. Black tint inside. That's the way the original ones were, but compare it to that. That's an 11-year-old headlight. Look at the difference. Here's a better side-by-side comparison. These are one of the other boxes I opened up earlier. There's the original one, 11-year-old one. There's the new one. It's a beautiful thing. All right, so I already opened up some of the boxes for the parts on this. This here's the transmission filter. It's gonna go in. This is the front wheel hub. Now we could probably open this box and show you the hub, but there's a pretty good picture of it on the front. We've got a set of brake pads. Let's see, what else do we got? Those aren't for this. This was for something else I was working on. But we do have a brand new gas cap because the van, when I bought it, it's got nothing. It's going to cause a check engine light. It has caused a check engine light, so $7 for a brand new one. Might as well buy a new one, even though I've got a yard full of cars with gas caps. It's got a seal in there, and all the cars out there are probably 10 years old, and trying to make this thing nice. Got an air filter. That's probably the second easiest to change part that I'm going to put on this thing besides the gas cap. We've got some synthetic max life high mileage 5W30. This van's got 130,000. It runs really good. I drove it from Washington DC, but we'll put some max life high mileage engine oil in there, try to make it nice. I bought this isn't really that high quality of a filter, but it was a step up from the regular one. This is an extended life STP. They say that it's good for 10,000 miles between oil changes. We try not to go that far. We'll probably go 5,000 to 7,500 with this full synthetic max life. And I don't even like to go that far unless I crawl under there and spin a different filter on. I don't trust these filters for 10,000 miles. So here we got a couple of outer tie rod ends. This is, I think, belt tensioner. I put it on top of some other boxes, so I'll move those out of the way. Daco. Been seeing that name since I was a kid, so I trust it. Here's the inner tie rod ends. 1, 2. These are, got a picture of a ball joint or a tie rod end or something. That's a ball and socket, but these are actually inside just the sway bar links. There's 2 of them, one for the right side, one for the left side. And this here is my pitman arm. I'm sorry, my idler arm. And the pitman arm I was going to order in this order, but there's a 3-spline one and a 4-spline one, and I don't know what I have until I take this thing apart, and it's a big job. You got to pull the whole gearbox off of that for the steering. So I'm going to have to pull that gearbox off and pull that pitman arm and see if it's a 3-spline or a 4-spline before I get started. Still got a couple of things to do on this van. This is just the beginning. I want to make sure this thing's going to roll down the road without falling apart. I think I want to change at least the upper control arms. The ball joint's good on this thing, even though it's got a lot of dirt. But back in here, where my hand is, there's some bushings, and those things are 10 years old with 130,000 miles on them, and they got some play. And there's no sense in putting a whole bunch of brand new tie rod ends and hubs and bearings and pitman arms and everything, and then having your control arms wiggle around on you. So we're gonna change that, probably both sides and maybe the lowers too. Then the whole front end will be rebuilt, and then there shouldn't be a problem for another 130,000. The only thing that I did buy that I didn't bring in here to unbox because I forgot to bring it in, it's in the house, is this rotor. This is getting changed, so you didn't see that part. But other than that, I could go on another 10 minutes on this video, and I know you don't want to watch any more than what you already have. It's 10 minutes, and you probably haven't even watched this far. So I'm Towman Roy. I'm going to build this van and make it nice, and maybe you'll get a ride in it when it's done.